real good. I'm glad that they left. Are you okay though? Sorry, I was actually I got stuck. Um, good. I'm glad that they left. Are you okay though? Sorry, I was actually I got stuck looking at something, and thank goodness, because yeah. Well, let me tell you right now. Before I forget, because I have a brain what do you call it, injury from that one time I had an accident. Anyways, so let me say it before I forget, because I had an epiphany right now. So I have to. You're the first one I'm gonna tell. So this is like in real life. Well, obviously it's real life, real life, like real time. There you go. Sorry, smoked a joint. I was gonna go to bed too, but I have to say this too. So, here we go. Okay, so I was actually I wasn't even trying to. It just actually I don't know. Things like this always happen. So I guess I take it as a good thing. It's a sign, maybe God, my purpose, all that good stuff. Okay. And so what happened was I'm on YouTube, and so I'm on YouTube and I'm just looking at like music videos and stuff. Like, I've tried to take a break recently from all the work that I usually do, studying, and because I was starting to have a lot of really bad migraines, like really bad, like to the point I got scared. Like I didn't know if it was like a brain tumor or something. But, and also because I know that stress can kill you. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Let me see. I gotta say this before it slips my mind. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna say it how it's in my head, and if it sounds kind of crazy or weird or just odd or whatever, I'm just trying to get it on record, so I get it on record, and at least I can have it like this, so I can play it back and listen to what I was thinking, so I won't forget. So this is why I'm doing it like this. Stand by.
That's good, because I don't remember this at all.
So right now I just had a thought, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, okay? So this video I popped that I was on, I went from one video to another. I don't know if you've ever done that before, where you just like somehow you just like land in a whole another like topic. So I went from music to like something else, right? So which is a good thing. And so anyways, when I clicked on this video, I clicked on her. Well, it's a lady, a woman. I clicked on her YouTube channel, and lo and behold, which is kind of peculiar, but it's not so much that it's actually like I said, it's a good thing, like really good thing. So I'm glad. So, anyways, but it was kind of like stand by. But it was kind of like what do you call it? Like not her normal type of, I don't know what you would say, like content. Yeah. So, anyways, but like I said, it's a good thing because it's perfect for what I. Anyways, so she basically was speaking on. I might send you the video later. She was speaking on something about what's the difference between a public official and a public figure, and she was doing research, like teach, like she didn't really know either. I guess maybe she had the same kind of deal where I landed on her page and she landed on some. Anyway, so just so happens to be like this, okay? So and then she's talking about like penal codes and stuff like that. So she's like basically breaking down like what I've been doing, right? So it's time. So right now, what I just read, so I'm listening to her, and then at the same time, I'm looking at something else about CPS, right? What was I looking at? Oh, so whatever she was saying, it gave me an idea. So I mean, I've just, obviously we've all studied, we've all done certain separate things from each other, right? But I usually try to keep like a log of my Google searches so I can remember, like, if I have a good, like, question to ask, like, oh, hey, that doesn't make sense. Well, let me look at this, or, blah, 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 all that. Sorry, my voice is raspy. I've been talking all day. Anyways, so it made me think, okay, so let me look up that code, right, for the mothers and the babies at birth and all that good stuff. That code, the penal code, and I just looked it up really fast, right? So hold on. So when I looked it up, I looked up that penal code, which is 11165. That period. I don't know how you say that part. Period 13. I know that by heart, but and I'm trying to get that sort of applied to obviously to my case, but I haven't been able to do so because I don't know how to actually do it because the terminology and the way it's worded, I don't know how to use it towards my case. Anyways, that's another. Well, it's not really another, but it's part of this. Anyways, so. And like I said, please just bear with me. This is how I'm trying to like brainstorm what I was thinking of. So there goes that, right? So so I look up that and I look at the word case law, right, with that penal code, and it pops and a few articles pop up. Hold on, stand by. So when I'm scrolling down like the options, man, I'm losing my voice. Sorry. So I'm scrolling down and I see one that says it was a PDF, and I'm still listening to to her, and I'm reading this, right. So what was it called? It's that penal code and the case law, but what is it? Oh, it's to like give directives to like the medical people, like what they needed, like the mandated reporters in the hospital, right? Like it's directly to them for that like specific. Well, no, not specifically that code. It was combined with that code along with everything else that they're supposed to be mandated reporters for and what they're supposed to look out for. So stand by. Oh my goodness, my voice. So basically, I was just I didn't want to get stuck on that, and I didn't plan to, and I really wasn't. I really, because I read that stuff way before. I've read, excuse me, I read so many articles and blah 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 all that stuff, and I'm sure you have too. But for some reason, excuse me, I something it basically was like, no, read me, read this paragraph real fast, and so my eyes just went like, oh, what do we have here, as I'm still listening to the her, and so I start reading it, and it's a little interesting because it was on I'll explain right now briefly. So it basically, what it said was this. No, this is this part of the PDF, half of it. It was basically the part where mandated reporters are supposed to look out for which different types of abuse. Obviously, that's a freaking no-brainer, or no, it's. I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with that part. Okay, so we have how many? We have actual physical abuse. We have the neglect area where there's two. I believe there's only two, which is severe and general. But yeah, so then there's emotional, then there's sexual, and then there what else? Well, you catch my drift. So hold on, stand by. So basically, I start reading it. Like I wasn't really interested in too much into the not that I don't care. I'm saying as far as me goes, like my case for me, of course I care about that stuff. But yeah. So what I'm trying to say is specifically for my case, I was just trying to read what the areas that they accused me of, right? The allegations, the what do you call it? The reasons for why I lost my children forever. That part, okay. And what I was put on the list, the central registry list for it, right. So why I was first of all TPR'd, and second of all why I can never work with kids or seniors. Why I don't, I take care of my grandma. But anyways, all that stuff. And so I'm reading this. So I'm reading this part, and well, first it was the physical abuse, which I don't have. I've never ever, not with any of my children. I've never, as far as that, I'm glad I've never been accused of actual physical abuse. Okay, I can tell you that right now. Not one time, not once, not ever, even a peep of ever coming close to being called an actual abuser. Okay, in that aspect, not by a social worker, not by the hospital, nobody. Okay. What I have been accused of, and this is why I'm telling you this, what I have been accused of, you're gonna lose your stuff right now, because you're gonna lose your shit, because I'm still trying not to lose my shit right now, because what I just thought of is it was already crazy. We know this. Stand by. So, tell me if I'm wrong or not. Now, like I was just saying, I have never been accused of, or even, no, just not at all. Not even. I'm not even trying to make up a scenario. Just point. Period. Just physical abuse has never been on my record, and I can guarantee that in any of my 5 kids, from their birth to right now. The only thing that I have been, and what is on, I know for sure, is me and Jason were both accused of, number one, and honestly, this is the craziest part when I start to think of, because I go back, because there's so much at one time, especially at the time of my first daughter, Sky Blue, around the time she was born, with all of that, just her case alone was a lot, and I'm sure you know this. Okay, so I'm just trying to really fast. Let me just, I could go on and on, but specifically that case. So obviously I have a lot of trauma in my own, for me, just me. Okay, we're not gonna get into that. This is a part of what I was trying to say. So me and him were accused of. Okay, so number one, it was not drugs. Like, it's trying now that they're trying to, the narrative has changed and grew into that, towards that area. No, what it was in the first reason why I did leave the hospital, and that's crazy. I forget about that part too. Like, I actually did get to leave with her. She was the only baby I got to leave. Okay, so that's that part. It's not so much. I'm not trying to talk about my kids right now. I'm just trying to get to. This is actually about us as the parents of what we're being accused of and stuff. Okay, so bear with me. We were accused of not drugs. We were accused of domestic violence, and then they wanted to put the drug part on, right? Okay, so of course it's the meth, right? That's stuck. But okay, so that's that, right? So now I don't know if you would call it the third part, or just just combine it. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. So it was the domestic violence. Okay, that's why I went to prototypes, which was specifically was what the program was for. That's that. Anyways, and then the drugs, which I did at the same time. I did both. So I did the DV and the drug thing, which was my rehab, what they specialize specifically for those areas, specifically domestic violence and fucking. Oh shit, I got so carried away right now, I forgot I was recording and you only have a minute, so I don't even know where I left off. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna say like this. So I did both. I completed my case plan for both, for the DV, domestic violence, and for the fucking drugs, whatever drugs that they want to accuse me of, whether I did them or not. I did it. I still went to rehab, and so even let's say if I could have been fucking smoking all the drugs, which I've never have. I've never even done, like, I have never done freaking acid. I've never done shrooms. I've never done heroin, and list can go on. So, anyways, getting off topic again. So, I did that. I completed that. You know this. So that's that part, right? So Brianna Janae Khan's completed. Just at least I did that. So that shouldn't be an issue, right? Okay. Okay, so next where we at? So that part. Okay, so does this make sense to you? Okay, so we know that I did pretty much what needed to be done, right? But I'm sure. But okay, so but at that time Jason was in jail because they put him in jail, right? So that's a whole nother. So I don't feel like getting into that right now. But I'm just giving you like the main. So that was in 2014. Okay, so the whole time that I was in rehab, the whole time he was in jail. So that was a total of 6 months. So he didn't do anything. I did though.
Scared of the door thing?
So
She has a
watch
broken
this.
tooth, and I don't know how she got that.
She has a broken tooth.
Yes, I just told you that.
I know, but I mean, are you sure it's broken? Give this to Grandma, Brianna. What happened? Let's see. Your tooth.
You okay, Mama? Okay, where does it
So, but the funny thing is not funny at all, fucking at all.
I know you're here. Come on.
So, with my first case with Sky, and also with when I had, well, you know the story about me getting Ariel back, right? So, the crazy part is that when I had my third baby, okay, Max, get this, they didn't even know about Ariel at all. They had no idea that she even existed, nor did they even know that I had got her back from them because it was in another county. So when I was in the other county, because I didn't know, when I came back over here to where I'm at now in San Bernardino to have my third child, but I had Ariel in the other county, San Diego County. San Diego didn't know jack crap. So I guess it didn't. It does, but it didn't. But it did. Okay, let me explain this part.
I swear to God, Emily, if you fucking did this to my dog, I swear to God, bro. Oh my God, I can't fucking do this without fucking her just and her fucking bullshit, dude.
So I guess maybe it does. It must have, because that's exactly why they took her in the first place. Duh. So because they ran my name, I didn't know that back then. Remember? So they took her, right? So Ariel was in the system for 7 days.
Of
Period.
course it bothers you.
She was given back to me at 7 days old, 8 weeks old. But that's that. So.
That I'm talking
but
about.
they didn't ever make it a point to say that I got her back, and there wasn't even a case because there was not. We didn't even make it to the court date because she called us up to even cancel it to come pick up Ariel, my daughter. So there wasn't never even a case open with her. Do you understand? So that's that part, right? So
I'm gonna have to end it right here because my new puppy that I just got has a broken tooth. Don't even fucking ask me. Don't even fucking ask me. And right now, somebody came out of her room, and I heard my dog fucking whelp or whatever you want to call it, and she ran to my grandma's bed and acted like, well, not acted, she was scared. For what, I don't know. But how her fucking tooth is hanging on the side of her mouth, broken. And not so much broken, but like it looks like it, well, not, it's not broken, it's knocked out of her, it's hanging on by her gum. And I thought she had something stuck in her mouth, but it was actually that she was trying to like, it looked like she was like using her paws to like take something out of her mouth. Like, I was like, what the heck did you get into? And I looked, and sure enough, she had like blood on her paws. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't even know right now. Like, I'm just. You know what the fuck I'll do if I find out, though? If anything? Like, I really don't want to, like, even think like that, but. How does a fucking puppy end up with a knocked out tooth in the back of their mouth? In the back of their mouth, not the front, the back. Her daughter tried to tell me that it could have been from her biting off because she bought her a harness. I don't think a fucking dog is gonna bite it that hard that it's gonna literally knock her own teeth or tooth out. I've never heard of such a thing. And I've had dogs before. I've had 2 chihuahuas for 4 years. I've never in my entire life heard of anything of the sort. So I'm gonna have to just you're my shadow from this point on, I guess, mamas. Or I'm gonna have to fucking like, I just don't want to have to go to that extent. But anyways, yeah. What would you do?